Yo. Yo. What is good, chat? Huh? I'm sorry. My fault. Chat, I'm back after so long. I ain't gonna hold you though. It's been a long time since I've been on here. Oh, my fault. By the way, guess what I got? Car Mechanic Simulator. Dude, it's fire. Also, I'm gonna be like, I don't know, I'm gonna be streaming less frequently. I'm gonna still do it, you know what I mean? Without further ado, though, let's watch Tic Tac. Let's watch Tic Tac. Yo, what is this? I don't like the way this guy looks right here. Automatic. Did you know automatic used to be called hydromatic? Excuse me. What is... Okay, yeah, my car's a manual, bro. It ain't that bad. It honestly ain't that bad. At all. What? What? Wait, I just realized it was muted the whole time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the saddest group of gears America has ever seen. All right, LA Freeway, 90 minutes of stop and go. Who's dying first?
What?
I pressed D, ordered an iced coffee through the app, and watched 3 episodes of a podcast. You out here doing clutch cardio in traffic like it's CrossFit. My left leg hasn't felt anything since 2014. It just works on its own now. That's not a problem, that's evolution. Every time we stop, I feel my belt asking, is this it? Is this how it ends? It hasn't given up yet, but the conversation is happening. My clutch runs at 400 degrees in traffic. Totally fine.
What?
The engineer said fine. Those engineers don't work there anymore, but I'm sure that's a coincidence.
Ew. No. No.
400 degrees in a traffic jam. And you called me outdated. Go home, hotshot. Three inches of snow in Texas. Whole state loses its mind. Who's getting out and who's calling AAA? 3 inches of snow and my belt starts writing a goodbye letter. I was built for smooth roads and nice people. This is a war zone. 2 clean launches. Third one, error code I'd never seen. Googled it. One forum post from 2019 just said, LL, good luck, brother. Nobody replied. I think about it sometimes. I assessed the situation, determined the risk was unacceptable, and waited for conditions to improve. The tow truck driver was very pleasant, actually. We talked about his kids. First gear, clutch control, out of the...
The little giggle, like, I can't.
We talked about as kids. First gear, clutch control, out of the ditch in 40 seconds. Already at Whataburger. Having lunch with DSG.
Ooh, Whataburger's
wife.
kinda good, not gonna lie.
All right, maintenance time. How much does it cost to keep you
Oh,
alive,
boy.
and is it even worth it? 2 Fluids Mechatronic Service Clutch Pack. My last bill was more than some people's rent. I was more shocked than Maduro when they came for him. Even the mechanic left the room. He left so he wouldn't have to watch you cry, honey. Full flush every 60,000.
Oh my.
Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's worth it. I'm at 200,000 and still smoother than DSG on a good day. 30 bucks. My guy does it himself in the driveway, beer in hand. YouTube video from 2011, 13 million views. Comments say legend. That's my service manual. Dealer only, $80 a liter. Wrong brand and I start destroying myself from the inside without telling you. Not out of spite, out of sensitivity. One of us is a transmission. The rest are just expensive buckets of bolts. F-150, full trailer, mountain pass, 100 degrees outside. Who's pulling and who's updating their will? I want it on the record, officially, legally, in writing, that I was never designed.
The fact that I'm watching this and enjoying it is crazy.
For this. Whoever put me in a truck should be investigated by a federal agency. I made it to the base of the hill. The clutch made a sound like it was resigning from a job it never wanted. The hill is still there. The clutch is gone. The tow truck driver recognized me. Sure, I can tow. I'll even do it smoothly. But the moment you overload me, I will overheat, park myself on the highway, and wait for someone more responsible to come along. Second gear, full load, straight up the mountain. No errors, no forum posts. So ladies, show some respect in my presence. Let's talk about the real enemy, the one behind the wheel. My guy rests his hand on me the entire drive. Every day, every mile. I am not a handrest. I am not emotional support furniture. My parts are wearing out because Kevin cannot keep his hands to himself. My driver floors it from every red light like he's qualifying for NASCAR. I scream, he turns up the radio. Sir, that sound is me screaming. Please turn down the radio and listen to me screaming. Mine shifted into park while the car was still rolling. I heard something break inside me that day, not mechanically, deeper than that. He bought me an air freshener the next day, little pine tree. Like that fixes it. Mine hovers in traffic on a half-engaged clutch all day. Do you know what that feels like?
What?
Imagine someone slowly stepping on your face and smiling while they do it.
Oh, I'd like that. Dude, what?
The most unreliable part in any car has always been the one holding the steering wheel. And yet somehow it's always our fault. $300,000 miles. Let's talk about who's still alive and who's already a parts car. 250,000 miles. Still running. My last owner left me for a Tesla. She came back in January. They always come back in January. My warranty ended at 60,000.
Very.
You know what else ended at 60,000? DSG's dignity. At least I'm still here. Barely, but here. I live fast, shift hard, and leave behind a repair bill that makes grown men sit in their car for 20 minutes before going inside to tell their wife. Zero regrets, mostly. 300,000 miles and just getting warmed up. My owner's kid will learn to drive on me. His kid after that. I'm not a transmission, I'm a dynasty. One of us will be in a museum, one will be in a junkyard, one will be on a GoFundMe, and one will be at a very expensive funeral that nobody planned for. All right, let's talk about electric cars. No transmission, no clutch, no shifting. Just a battery and a guy named Elon. Are we scared or are we fine? If there are no more transmissions, what was my belt even for? I had a purpose. I had pulleys. Silicon Valley wants to delete me like I'm a spam email. This is not okay. Car that updates itself overnight and drives differently in the morning is not a car. That's a subscription service with wheels. I don't trust anything that doesn't have a clutch. I'm not scared of Teslas. You know what a Tesla does in Minnesota in January? Sits in the garage sending passive-aggressive range notifications. I've been working at -20 for 30 years. We're not the same. No transmission means no character. You want a car with no character? Buy a Tesla. You want a car that fights back? You know where to find me.
That's Bora.
All right, this was Grumpy Echo. With me today, Automatic the Prima Donna, CVT the Crybaby, and DSG who left us a bill. Don't crawl in traffic.
What?
Stop or go, and service your mechatronic. Warm up before driving. Right fluid, please. Press D, and just relax. Feel the car. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Bye.
Ooh, V6, V8.
Welcome to Grumpy Echo. I'm the V8, God's engine. Tonight I'm stuck with a rental car motor,
Oh,
a federal
boy.
crime on wheels, and a trust fund in a tuxedo. Let's see who deserves to exist. I'm the V6. Been paying mortgages longer than V10's been legal. While you three were at
What?
car shows and track days, I was in a Camry doing school runs in Minnesota. Somebody has to be the adult. V10, 10 cylinders. I exist because someone at Dodge looked at a V8 and said, what if we just didn't care about lawsuits? My insurance form lists my occupation as liability. I regret nothing. I'm the V12. I power things you can't afford. I idle quieter than your entire personality. I came here out of pity. Great. A Camry engine, a warrant, and a museum piece.
Oh, that hat's just immediately no. No.
Walk into my show. Topic 1. Sound. Who actually sounds good? And V6, maybe sit this one out. There's a reason they put microphones under Mustang GTs at car shows. A V8 at idle is the sound of America on a Saturday morning. Nothing to add. The V8 rumbles. Charming. Like a washing machine on spin cycle. A Ferrari V12 at 8,000 RPM is the closest thing to religion your gas station credit card will never buy. You make noise. I sing. Religious experience? My Camaro shakes windows at the Whataburger drive-thru. I've been banned from 3 Walmarts for excessive idling. Your
Okay.
Ferrari sits in a climate-controlled garage collecting dust and divorce papers. Both of you shut up. The Carrera GT made grown men cry at the Nürburgring. The Viper set off car alarms 3 blocks out. You make noise. I make people call the police. You know my sound?
Okay.
Starting first try, 6 a.m., January, Minnesota. Every day, 15 years. No songs written about
First try, huh? Okay.
it, but no tow truck either. Saddest thing I ever heard. I start in the cold. That's your flex? E6, your exhaust note is the audio equivalent of unseasoned chicken. A Camry at idle sounds like a microwave thinking about it. My Viper at idle, the neighbors call 911 thinking it's an earthquake. E10 compares himself to the Carrera GT. Adorable. One is in a museum with armed security. The other is on Craigslist in Florida with runs and drives and a prayer. Know the difference. Power. Raw, stupid, unnecessary power. My favorite subject. The Aventador made 770 horsepower.
Jeez.
The 812 Superfast 789. When I show up, the dynamometer asks for consent. A Hellcat makes 80
What? What? Okay.
7 and costs less than your oil change. A Crate LS3, 500 horses for $6,000. American horsepower, high volume, low price, available at every AutoZone in the country.
So much. Okay.
The Viper ACR held the Nürburgring lap record. No turbo, no hybrid assist, 10 angry cylinders, and a driver who signed a waiver. Raw power is my language. The GTR has a V6, makes 600 horsepower, eats Lamborghinis off the line. You don't need 12 cylinders, you need smarter engineers. The GTR, the Honda Civic of supercars. You strapped a laptop to a V6, programmed it to launch, and called it engineering. I call it a cry for help with excellent marketing. V6 comparing himself to a GTR is like a Honda Fit claiming kinship with an NSX because they share a logo. Nobody in America had a V6 poster on their wall growing up. Nobody. That wall had a Mustang. At least my relatives are still in production. When's the last time anyone built a new V10? Still in production? Congratulations. So is the Toyota Corolla. So is sadness. Being common isn't a legacy, it's a participation trophy. The Viper died because it was too dangerous to insure. Your Camry lives because nobody cares enough to stop. Okay, let's talk about turbochargers. Who straps one on, who refuses, and who's lying about it.
Okay.
The EcoBoost 3.5 twin turbo makes
EcoBoost.
450 horses in an F-150, tows your boat, and beats your Mustang GT to 60. Turbo V6 is the future. V8 is denial. Don't you dare! A supercharged Hellcat makes 807. A twin-turbo LS makes 1,000 on pump gas in a garage in Houston. You add a turbo because you need help. I add boost to rearrange geography.
Okay.
Turbo is cheating. I said it. A naturally aspirated V10 at 8,000 RPM is honesty. You bolt on a turbo because your engine can't breathe alone. Mine breathes fire. When I accept a turbocharger, the result is a Pagani Huayra.
Oh yeah,
800 horsepower
Pagani.
that sounds like an
Chat, we're gonna play Car Mechanic Simulator today. We're gonna play it. I love Car Mechanic Sim.
opera composed by God on his day off. Your turbos whistle, mine orchestrate. V10 calls turbo cheating. That's what slow people say when faster people pass them. The GTR's twin-turbo V6 beat your Viper with AC on and the radio playing. Evolution isn't cheating, it's just painful to watch from behind. The GTR needs a computer to drive straight. That's not speed, that's tech support. The Viper gave you a steering wheel and said figure it out. No traction control, no safety net, just you and God's voicemail. V12 mentioned Pagani. $3 million for something that looks like an Italian spaceship crashed into a wedding. The LS Turbo crowd in Houston makes more power for 20 grand and a case of Shiner Bach.
Yes, and it looks like it was built in
Oh,
a garage
Lord.
in Houston. Point made.
Okay, girls, let's talk about reliability. Who actually runs and who's a garage ornament? Toyota 2GR, 300,000 miles, original everything. Owner didn't know where the dealer was, never had to go. I'm not an engine, I'm a pension plan. The LS been swapped into everything. Miatas, boats, generators, runs on hatred and 87 octane. You can rebuild one in a Walmart parking lot with a socket set and a YouTube video. Try that with a V12. The
V12s are
S85 has
awesome.
rod bearing issues. I know, but every great artist suffers. Picasso was broke, Van Gogh lost an ear. My rod bearings are artistic temperament. Reliability is a concern for engines that can't afford to break. Owners don't Google check engine light. They call their concierge, who calls their mechanic, who calls his therapist. I'm not unreliable, I'm exclusive. V12 just said reliability doesn't matter because his owners are rich. That's not a flex, that's a confession. V8, you bragged about being rebuilt in a Walmart parking lot with a socket set. You're simple enough for a guy named Dale in cargo shorts drinking Mountain Dew. That's not a flex, that's an AutoZone commercial. Dale
That's
put 200,000
crazy.
miles on a Silverado and only replaced the radio. Meanwhile, V10's on a first-name basis with every exotic mechanic between here and bankruptcy. What's your service interval? Every existential crisis? V8 keeps mentioning Dale. Dale drives a truck with flame decals, hasn't updated his Facebook since 2014. I'm genuinely delighted Dale's engine works, truly. Someone should tell Dale about napkins. All right, next topic. Daily driving. Who survives Monday through Friday without a breakdown? Mechanical or emotional?
Okay.
Camry, Accord, RAV4. Traffic, kids, drive through. I'm not exciting, but I'm there every single morning. You know what's exciting? A tow truck build. Ram, Silverado.
Why did it cut off?
You know what's exciting? A tow truck build. Ram, Silverado, F-150-50. I haul lumber, tow trailers, idle in the Chick-fil-A line 45 minutes. I daily and I work. V6 just commutes. I daily drove a Viper. Once. August, Arizona. The clutch weighed 40 pounds, the cabin hit 160 degrees, and I burned my leg on the side pipe.
Daily drive? I don't daily drive. I make appearances. 3 times a year. By appointment. My car has fewer miles than your office chair.
V10 described third-degree burns and a near-death experience and called it the best Tuesday of his life. That's not personality, that's a DSM-5 diagnosis. Your therapist doesn't charge by the hour, she charges by the incident. V12, 3 times a year? My truck did more miles this week than you in a decade. And it shows. You look like you've done more miles this week than I have since 2019. My odometer reads like a phone number from Monaco, 3 digits. They're all beautiful, unlike your mileage. V6, you say drive-through like it's an achievement. Your proudest moment is a Chick-fil-A run in a RAV4. My drive-through is the red line. I don't commute. I have a
Okay.
near-death experience with great acoustics. Okay, what about cost of ownership? What it actually costs to live with each of us. V12, sit up. Oil change, 35 bucks. Insurance, 110 a month. 5-year total cost, less than what V10 spends on rod bearings alone. My S85 rod bearing job was $14,000. The mechanic cried quoting it. I cried
Oh,
paying it.
Lord.
Started it up, turned 8,250 RPM, and I'd do it again tomorrow. I hide the receipts under recipes. A crate LS3 costs $6,200 brand new from Chevy. Less than a V12 spark plug change. Most powerful engine per dollar in history, next to the floor mats. A Ferrari V12 service is $12,000.
Engine cover removal alone, 400.
Okay, no. Engine cover removal, though? Are you kidding? Like, big dog. Are you kidding me? Big dog. Okay.
My owner paid without looking because he was buying the building the dealership is in. V10 paid 14 grand and would do it again. That's not passion, that's Stockholm Syndrome.
V12, your spark plugs cost more than my entire exhaust system. How's that not embarrassing?
Embarrassment requires awareness of others' opinions. I have no such affliction. My oil change costs more than your car payment, and I consider that a rounding error. Poverty is a mindset, and you all reek of it.
My wife thinks I got into cooking. Really, I'm hiding repair bills from her. Surviving. V10's hiding receipts under recipes. V12's owner is buying buildings. V8 brags about $6,200 crate engines. And I'm sitting here, no drama, no debt, no therapy. Some of us chose peace. Next topic. Legacy.
Crazy.
When they write the history of the automobile, who gets a chapter, who gets a footnote? Ferrari won 14 Constructors' Championships with a V12. The Miura invented the supercar. The Rolls-Royce Merlin won World War II. You raced in circles. I shaped civilization.
The Ford Flathead put America on wheels. The small block Chevy won more races than all others combined. NASCAR, NHRA, Bonneville, all V8. I am the history. The Carrera GT, greatest analog supercar ever built. The LFA made Clarkson cry on camera. The Viper died and grown men held funerals. We're not common. First road trips, first cars, moving across the country with everything in a U-Haul. Nobody writes about it,
crazy?
but everybody lived
You
it.
know what's crazy? My car, it's got an L4 in it, but I do have an option to switch it to a V6.
I'm the engine of real life. V6, that was beautiful. Put it on a Hallmark card, right next to adequate performance since '83. V12 brought up World War II in a car debate. That's either the most impressive pivot in automotive history or the most desperate. Either way, respect to anyone who brings a Merlin engine to a podcast fight.
It's impressive. Everything I do is impressive. That's the point.
All right, snowflakes, last words. Make them count. Next week, you're all replaced by a battery pack and a software update. V6, you first. You're used to going unnoticed. When the last V8 is in a museum and the last V12 is at an estate sale and V10's rod bearings are in a landfill, a V6 will still be in a Camry. In traffic. Running. Quietly. I was never supposed to exist. No focus group asked for me, no spreadsheet justified me. Existed anyway, louder than all of you. The red line is my only friend and my only therapist. That's enough.
I was perfection before your blueprints were drafted. I'll be perfection after you're all recycled into Chinese e-bikes. This entire conversation was beneath me, but I stayed out of charity. You're welcome.
Bro.
I'm the V8. Been in every driveway, every drag strip, every country song, and every dream a kid ever had about a car. Bury me, but you'll never forget the sound. Get out of my garage.
I ain't gonna hold you. That was kind of bars, bro.
Every country song and every dream a kid ever had. About a car. Every driveway.
Conversation was beneath me, but I stayed out of charity. You're welcome.
I'm the V8. Been in every driveway, every drag strip, every country song, and every dream a kid ever had about a car. Bury me, but you'll never forget the sound. Get out of my garage.
That's peak. What is this?
This little valve right here, it's your engine's breathing tube. Ignore it, and your whole engine chokes on its own fumes. I pull toxic blow-by gases out of the crankcase and recycle them back through the intake to burn clean. Rough idle? Random oil leaks around your gaskets? That's pressure building up because I'm completely clogged. When I can't vent, pressure forces moisture into your
Looks like
oil.
a zombie.
Yo, get this donkey off of me, bro! Bro, kill this thing now! I'm dead. Oh, if there's a stream sniper on this map, it's absolutely no hope.
Wait, what?
I'ma handle it myself.
Bro's finally fighting back.
Nah, come here. Actual pig, loveless, disgusting freak with no hope in your life is exactly what you are. And even that's a compliment, to be honest. Meant every word of it, too. Absolute filth. Pure filth. You are filth. Actual, like I said, there are...
The fact that bro doesn't even swear is crazy, dog. The fact that he doesn't even swear, man.
barnacles that are living creatures on the seafloor that didn't get to be a human, but you got to. Filth. You are filth. Actual, like I said, there are barnacles that are living
Bro
creatures.
said there's barnacles.
Rank these 5 foods, but you can't change your order.
Queso edition. Hash brown bowl with 3 waffles. I gotta put that at 3. Number 1 all day.
Oh, it's Canute. Or, what's this?
This alternator works perfectly fine, but it has a bad bearing or bearings. To find this replacement locally at a parts store would be $250, or if you're willing to wait, it's $150 online. But you can fix it yourself for less than $30. Besides the
I ain't gonna
bearing
hold
issue,
you. What?
Profanity and SpongeBob are not exactly the combination you think of when you're watching this show. For one, this is a Nickelodeon kids show. Second is that even when someone does curse, they always have a brilliant way to twist it up with some random goofy words to make it sound less aggressive.
Yeah, like barnacles, for example. Like barnacles.
However, there's one episode that involved so many curse words, they had to censor all of it, to the point that they ended up making the most heavily censored episode of SpongeBob ever. You know which one. There could only be one answer. But funny enough, there's just so much interesting stuff happening behind this episode that it made me think this has to be one of the most clever things they ever pulled off. And for a good reason. So it was closing time at Krusty Krab. SpongeBob was saying goodbye and was about to leave before Mr. Krabs stopped him and said, "Wait, you should take that pile of filth with you."
Oh, Mr. Krabs, you shouldn't talk about Squidward like that.
No,
Dang.
Krabs was talking about the trash bag, obviously. So SpongeBob did it happily. But while he's tossing out the trash bag, he notices some graffiti on the dumpster. You know, those wild and naughty poems kids love to write in your school toilet stalls? Apparently some people in Bikini Bottom
People
love to
just
do
write the
that
N-word
too.
sometimes.
He saw many kinds of things written there. From a simple one like Squidward smells, to which SpongeBob adds, smells good because he just does, to some edgy ones like nematodes are people too. There's also a good pun, like up with bubbles, down with air, which is actually a survival slogan for divers. Meaning if you find yourself disoriented underwater, you could exhale some bubbles and follow them to find the surface. Which is
I didn't
funny
even know
because
that.
SpongeBob is an underwater creature, so the concept doesn't really apply to him. I guess this was the equivalent to us laughing at Dory's slogan, "Just keep swimming," right? You get the idea. But it's a different world to you, so it was just funny. Anyway, what's important here is the next graffiti that SpongeBob is about
Is that
to
this
read.
dude's BFE or something?
Is,
Oh, it is.
Now, when I first watched this as a kid, I really thought it was just cheap behind the dolphin sounds. I mean, Krabs is a cheapskate is just true, right?
Wait, what did he actually say?
But then why would they censor it? We've seen a lot of times where almost everyone called him cheap. One time, even SpongeBob called him Crustaceous Cheapskate.
Did you crustaceous cheapskate?
Well, my curiosity didn't last long because Patrick
Yo.
came up to say hi.
Prime SpongeBob was season 1, 2, and 3. It's a fact.
Bob then asked him what the word meant, and Patrick just said, "It's a word enhancer," which didn't really add up to me as a kid. Patrick said you can use it when you want to talk.
No, he said
fancy.
he said it's sentence enhancers.
You just sprinkle it over anything you say, and whammo, you've got yourself a spicy sentence sandwich. Which again, still doesn't ring a bell to me. That was until SpongeBob actually tried to say it in a full sentence.
Oh.
Lovely day we're having, isn't it?
That's when a young me realized, oh, it's something like the F word, right? It's a lovely effing day. Sounds like something an adult would say. And it doesn't take long for SpongeBob and Patrick to like the word too much. They said their mouths felt tingly when saying.
You know what would be crazy? You know what would be crazy if they started spamming the N-word, bro? If they started spamming slurs. That would be diabolical. Like, just imagine SpongeBob pulling up all YN mode.
Saying all those spicy sentences. Needless to say, just like any kids discovering new slang with their friends, they started to say it all the time whenever they felt like they could squeeze in the word.
Today's special is a Krabby Patty served in a greasy sauce.
But of course, the customers didn't like it. They didn't come to Krusty Krab to hear profanity over the speakers while they were eating. I mean, people love Popeyes for their sassy attitude over here, but not to this extent.
What?
Especially when you're eating lunch with your kids. So naturally, everyone feels disturbed and leaves. Mr. Krabs rushes from the bathroom after seeing all of his customers gone, and he gives SpongeBob and Patrick an earful. He said the F word is a bad word. In fact, it was one of the 13 bad words you should never use. So Krabs wants
13? I don't know all 13. Yeah, I don't know all 13.
to make a promise to never use the bad words again. Ever. I mean, they're both just innocent kids trying some new slang, not knowing what they actually meant, right? Now that they understand better, surely they won't make that same mistake again. Surely. How well do you think that goes? SpongeBob said it again in the middle of frustration of a ladder board game. But this time, instead of just kindly reminding SpongeBob, Patrick decided he would snitch to Mr. Krabs. Unfortunately, SpongeBob, Patrick decided he would snitch to Mr. Krabs. Unfortunately, Patrick got so pumped up in the middle of running, he actually said the bad word himself. Now, both of them are trying to race each other to see who could snitch first. Then, after a heated debate in front of Mr. Krabs, they both just admit that they've said it. Mr. Krabs clearly wasn't happy with how things turned out, so he brings the boys outside for a bit of punishment. Naughty kids should be punished, right? He said the two of them should give the Krusty Krab a fresh paint job from top to bottom, until he hits his own tiny crab legs on a tiny rock. And now...
Yo, I'm saving that, bro. That's crazy.
On a tiny rock. And now the tables have turned, because now both of them have decided they have to snitch to Mama Krabs. However, they actually make a bigger mistake by saying all the forbidden words to Mama Krabs while snitching on Eugene, which is clearly not how you're supposed to talk to an elderly person, kids. Mama Krabs fainted for a bit before quickly standing up again and saying, "You should all be ashamed. If you're gonna talk like a sailor, you all better work like a sailor too." Then the three of them have to paint Mama Krabs' house as punishment. Needless to say, we were all just waiting for the final punchline here, because Mama Krabs did kick a little rock just like Eugene, and said all the foul words too. Or no, actually, it was just Mr. Jenkins with his jalopy.
Howdy, Mrs. K!
Mama Krabs is a fine lady. She would never talk like a sailor. So it's pretty obvious that this episode did a lot of censoring. They had to put some goofy nautical sound effects to all the foul words so that no kids actually repeated any of what SpongeBob, Patrick, or Mr. Krabs were saying, thus making the episode a good clean lesson for kids all around the world. right?
Bro, I need to know
Well,
what they said.
sadly, it doesn't really work like that. I did mention before that younger me actually got a bit confused from this episode. Thinking back, I'm sure that any kids watching Sailor Mouth understand. This episode is about how we're not supposed to say bad words at all. But what kind of words? If you know anything about kids at all, this kind of story is just gonna make us more curious about the words, I'm not gonna lie. SpongeBob and Patrick only said
got
the
a
F
point.
word, but Mr. Krabs actually managed to say the rest of them in a single sentence. I could make a good guess at some of the words, but 13? I could barely count to 10 at the time. Also, it's not surprising that some parents didn't take this episode too kindly. Some even turned this into a big deal when the episodes first aired. In 2006, a content analysis for children's television made by PTC, or Parents Television Council, suggested that this episode was an implicit attempt to promote and satirize the use of profanity among children. They also quote that this episode features SpongeBob and Patrick using bleeped foul language such as apple, etc. The bleeps are made to sound like a dolphin, which makes the whole thing humorous. They also mentioned this was an example of how levels of profane, sexual, and violent activity have increased in children's television programming, which is, well, they're not wrong. Even I could vouch that I learned 1 or 2 new swear words from this episode after discussing it with some friends. Kids are really tricky. But that's just how learning goes, whether you like it or not. You can't really teach kids what not to do if they don't know what it is in man's body. At the end of the day, despite all the contradictions around this episode, they just ended up posted the uncut version transcript for this episode. What are the other 11? So, like, the first 2 are F word and ass. But what are the other 11? Well, someone actually posted the uncut version transcript for this episode. But I can't confirm whether it's legit or not, so maybe take it with a little grain of salt. The rest of the words are...
What? Okay, so that's... Know that one. I know that one. Know that one.
So maybe take it with a little grain of salt. The rest of the words are...
Know that one. Know that one. That's crazy. I know that one. I guess I meant boning. Know that one? I know that one. How many times are they gonna put that one in there? Okay, no. How is blow a swear word? Unless they use it in that kind of context. Dude, where did that thing go? How are they gonna use that in that kind of context?
Whew, that's a lot of bad words. Other than that bit of foul language, I also found something interesting. See, years after the episode aired, Tom Kenny actually tells a bit of the story behind this episode in one of his interviews. They had to actually curse in the recording session because it's just so hard to say the sentence naturally while swapping the bad words for anything else. And coincidentally, I've heard some stories that someone actually uploaded the original recording from the old days. That means an uncut version of this episode with the uncensored cursing does exist, though it's almost guaranteed to never be publicly released. I mean, Nickelodeon or Paramount has to be taking it down. Nowadays, you can find some edited parts of the episode on YouTube, but every single one of them has a different word. So again, take it with a lot of salt. Though we can't really know for sure every single one of those 13 words, at least we know this. Tom Kenny, Bill Fagerbakke, and Clancy Brown had to be having the time of their lives on that recording day for being able to curse their hearts out on a kids show. I just wish I was in the studio that day.
Bro, I want to know what they said.
SpongeBob finally gets fired.
Okay, that. SpongeBob. Sailor Mouth uncut. Giga Leak, huh?
me!
Because
Escalators.
Wait, what?
music
There's escalators! Escalators!
feels.
Ah! Blow me!
Nah. Wait. It's gotta be somewhere. Transcript? Wait, I think I found one. This article's rated Bert. Oh wait, this is the whole transcript. Hold up. Dumpster right. Perhaps is what? Wait, only 7? Wait. Wait. Seven? Hold up. Oh god, here it all is. Chat, Sailor Mouth will always be a legendary, yeah. Extra math? Wait. Ooh, I like this guy. Chat, we're doing like a couple more videos and then we're playing games. I promise you. This guy's cool. This guy got some cool videos.
iReady is an adaptive learning.
Ooh, I hate iReady. I hate iReady.
Platform used in American schools. About 14 million students use it, and it's split into 2 parts. A diagnostic test that figures out what level you're at, and a set of lessons that are supposed to teach you based on the results. On paper, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Personalized learning, giving every teacher the data they need to meet every child where they are. But something's gone very, very wrong. iReady has a 1.1 star rating on SiteJabber. 94% of those are 1 star. Curriculum Associates, the company behind iReady, has disabled comments on both of its official YouTube channels. And a student described the experience of iReady in such harrowing terms that you have to hear it for yourself. I'm an 8th grader and I have to use this godforsaken, sorry excuse of a website. The diagnostic is long, annoying, boring, and uninteresting. Only the hard questions are graded, and getting 3 wrong answers makes you fail the lesson. When you fail a lesson, they make you do it all over again with absolutely no guidance at all. Now, iReady
Dude,
is
I hate it. I hate. You know what else sucks? Common Lit. You know what else sucks? You know what else sucks? Wait. Let's see if they have it on here. Blooket is broken?
When a teacher said, "Let's play Blooket," the entire class used to give a delighted cheer. But nowadays,
Oh, I hated Blooket so much, man.
the game is utterly hated. I mean, have you ever been playing Gold Rush? Gotten every single
Oh,
question correct,
oh my goodness, man!
been seconds away from winning, only to lose all your gold at the last minute to a random kid who just got lucky. The game is not only bad for students, it's bad for teachers too. As this teacher said, one of my 10th graders broke his laptop screen by punching it after some kid stole gold from him.
Okay, I'd hit the table, but not like the whole freaking laptop.
In Blooket. Destroying your own laptop is pretty low IQ behavior, but I do get why this kid was so angry. Because Blooket, it doesn't reward intelligence or hard work. It rewards one thing and one thing above all else: luck. Maybe that's why Blooket is causing teachers and kids alike an absolute ton of anxiety. As this teacher said, I had to stop using Blooket this year because I have several students who would get so anxious and amped up they'd cry.
What?
Yes, Blooket is bad for anxious kids, but it's even worse for autistic kids. The loud noises, the flashing lights, the sheer pressure. Hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into EdTech tools. Thank you. Back to the video. Blooket is a neurodivergent nightmare. More on this later. For now though, what exactly has ruined Blooket so much? Many educational platforms have been ruined by becoming too obsessed with money. The YouTuber Shrink, for example, pointed out how Prodigy is a shadow of its former self now that everything is behind a paywall. Blooket does indeed have a paid version, which allows you to earn more tokens over time. This allows you to buy more packs, which in turn enables you to get your own Blooks, including the fabled legendaries. However, and this is important, the paid version of Blooket does not give you an unfair advantage when you're actually playing the game. Winning still comes down to knowing the answers and playing well, not paying for stronger abilities. The main problem with Blooket is its bad game design. We've touched already on the unbelievably unfair swap and steal element of Gold Rush.
And Blooket's not that broken. What's bro's most, like, viewed video? Alright, so this guy used to make Horrid Henry videos. Kahoo.
Did a
extra
smiling guy in
math?
a red shirt ever threaten to email your mum because you got your sums wrong? Well, I hadn't heard of this either until I discovered extra math. You see, I'm British. My maths education was CGP revision guides with the smug little characters on the cover. These days, British kids get things like times double rock stars and mathletics, which we'll get onto later. Anyway, no one ever threatened to email my parents because I was slow on my 7 times table. So when I found out that there was an American website that did exactly that, I was morbidly fascinated. An app that actually says to children who get the answers wrong,
don't type in wrong answers on purpose. If you keep doing it, I will send the note to your teacher or parent letting them know.
Did you know parents said it gave their children anxiety, depression, and a hatred of maths they never had before? And Here's the weird part. That guy in the red shirt, he doesn't look the same anymore. When you came back after a break, old Mr. C said,
"Don't make me wait so long to see you again, okay?"
Whereas new Mr. C says,
"Hello again. I appreciate how you keep coming back to exercise your math."
What did they do to him? They flattened him. Why did they flatten him? What is this? They flattened him.
Brain.
Hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into EdTech tools. Thank you. Back to the video. They even added a game that you can play to up-level the student experience. Yes, Extra Math has quietly changed. But before we get on to what it's become, you first need to understand what it was, because it was bad. Part 1. Discovering the horror. I found Extra Math the way you find most horrible things. On the internet. A creator called Trink made a video called Extra Math Can't Be Legal, where he talked about how the whole system builds this connection between maths and anxiety that sticks with you long after you leave school. I then stumbled on a review that stopped me in my tracks. "Excuse me, Satan, please look after the heavens while I go down to Earth to get rid of this horror." That's a hell of an opening for a maths website review. The reviewer went on. "This website is literally the most brain-dead math website I've ever seen. Even I read it as more fun than this crap. The website has this annoying guy whose head looks like a rotten egg who wants to teach you math. They give you about 0.5 milliseconds to answer a question and then they judge it. It is so easy to misclick and the speed of it is way too fast. A rotten egg-headed bloke barking rapid-fire sums at kids?"
Wait, should I try Extra Math? Or is it like only for
I had
schools? Hold on. Oh wait, I could just sign up for one. Wait, what? Never mind, I apparently can't.
To know more. Part 2. Mr. C, the snitch in the red shirt. This cheerful-looking instructor, known to many simply as Mr. C, is the face of Extra Math, and he looks friendly enough. But to basically every child who's used this thing, he's the villain. His real name is Christopher Roberts. He's been the face of Extra Math since 2012, and kids were terrified of him. One 5th grader wrote, "Mr. C made me scared, and I'm 10. He gave me a look when I got questions wrong, and he's a bot." Another kid went further. "He looks like he went to this severe car crash and his eyes moved in the crash. He has a weird smile. He is the creepiest thing ever." Bit harsh on the man, but you get the picture. And when you actually listen to what Mr. C says in the videos, it's a lot. If you hadn't logged on for a while, he'd say,
"Welcome back to Extra Math. I haven't seen you in a long time, and I missed you. Don't make me wait so long to see you again, okay?"
Yes, that's what he really says to a child who hasn't done their maths homework. Mr. C pops up and goes in a calm voice,
"It appears that you are typing in wrong answers on purpose again. I sent a note in email to your teacher and parent letting them know."
Yes, the website is basically saying, "I'm telling on you." But there's actually the third stage. First, he tells you he knows you'd rather be doing something else.
"I'm sure you'd rather be doing something else right now than taking a math quiz."
He builds up to it.
"But it is really important for you to learn these math facts. You will use them many times in the rest of your math classes and for the rest of your life. So please, don't type in wrong answers on purpose. If you keep doing it..."
He looks so zesty, man. He looks so zesty. Yo. No, I'm taking a picture of that, bro. No, that's crazy.
"I will send the note to your teacher or parent letting them know."
When I first heard this, I nearly spat out my tea. Is this for real? And then, after he's actually sent the email, he hits you with,
"I believe that you can do this. but you are going to have to do your part.
He's just grassed you up to your mum and then told you to try harder. Smash like if Mr. C ever snitched on you. Seriously though, I understand why the program might include a mechanism to prevent kids from just spamming wrong answers to game the system.
Yeah,
but
but
the execution? Oh boy. Threatening to email someone's parents because they got the sums wrong is absolutely mental. It's the digital equivalent of a teacher looming over your shoulder with a phone in hand, ready to dial up your mum the second you put a toe out of line. In Britain, we've had our share of stern teachers, don't get me wrong. But if any software tried to snitch on me like that, I'd probably fling my nearest textbook at it. The whole Mr. C meme is honestly much more therapy than it is comedy. It's a load of 20-somethings sitting around going, remember the bald man who threatened to email your mum because you got 7 times 8 wrong, and bonding over it. Mr. C has also got a Know Your Meme page. Someone made him into a Pokemon card with 1,000,000 HP. Mr. C is basically the Duolingo owl of maths. An education mascot turned into a super villain. Except Duolingo is in on the joke, and Mr. C never was. But they replaced him. And new Mr. C? He says stuff like this.
If you get stuck or make a mistake, don't worry. I'll show you the answer and then you can type it in. Mistakes are a natural part of learning and growing.
We'll get into what changed. But first, Mr. C was...
Why did he get replaced?
Only part of the problem. Part 3. Why everyone hates it. The time drills were brutal.
By the way, this will be the last video, and then we'll play a card game soon. Trust.
Extra Math's whole thing is rapid...
Maybe a little Roblox while I'm at it.
Fire questions to build fluency. But originally, kids had to answer each basic maths fact in under 3 seconds. They later bumped it to 6 seconds in some modes. But even that wasn't enough. One parent vented that the program's uncompromising 6-second questions often didn't even register when her daughter answered in time, failing to give credit and forcing endless repetition. I hate this program and don't recommend it at all for successful learning, she concluded. One reviewer noted with exasperation that even paper is better. It does not let you pause to drink water. Kids were scared to take a sip of water because the clock was still going. The crazy thing is, half the time it wasn't even testing maths. Extra Math accepted whatever you typed first, and that was it. If your finger slipped and you hit the number wrong, tough. It counted as a wrong answer, and your progress was gone. There was no backspace. You couldn't correct yourself. One teacher tried it herself and said, as I took the practice test, I made several mistakes simply by pressing the wrong key on the keyboards. If students lacked their keyboarding skills, this program could see more of a test of their ability to find the numbers on the keyboards rather than their math fact automaticity. So it's not a maths test, it's a typing test. And some parents got so fed up, they started typing the answers for their kids. As one mum said, I started typing for my girls as they said the answer aloud, and we were still finding that if you missed one or didn't beat the teacher on one, they wouldn't let you move on. The mum was literally sitting there doing the typing, and they still couldn't get through it. And here's my favourite bit. Extra Math's own FAQ actually recommends this. Their official advice is to have an adult type on the child's behalf. If your solution...
The fact that you had to have that on your advice page is crazy. Like, you're not even gonna improve it. You're just gonna say, yeah. Basically, you suck. You gotta do that. What?
Is get a grown-up to press the buttons. Because children physically can't use your app, then your app is broken. Then there was the complete absence of fun. Unlike modern educational games, which sugarcoat learning with points or mini-games, Extra Math was austerity in the extreme. Just you, the numbers, and Mr. C's face. No rewards or motivational features of any kind. One kid dryly observed that literally just do one multiplication problem at home, and you will have already gained more knowledge than Extra Math gave you. And this is what gets me, because other platforms cracked this problem years ago. Take Times Table Rockstars, TTRS, which is used in over 80% of English primary schools. It drills similar content to Extra Math, multiplication facts up to 12 times 12, time questions. The maths is very similar, but TTRS lets kids create Rockstar avatars, compete against classmates in live battles, and has a timer-free mode for anxious kids. The results? Children voluntarily queue up at break time to play it. The creator, a London maths teacher called Bruno Reddy, got an OBE for services to education. Meanwhile, Extra Math's creator got called Satan in a review. One of them understood that children are human beings with emotions, put a bald man in it, and then wonder why everyone was crying. Or look at Mathletics, which we also had in some British schools. It's got a real-time multiplayer mode, where you race against other kids from anywhere in the world. An annual World Maths Day, with over 5 million students competing. Avatar customization. Certificates handed out in assemblies. Teachers...
You know what was goated? ABC Mouse. Trust. ABC Mouse was goated!
on EdTech Impact gave it 4.7 out of 5 and said kids actually enjoy maths now. That sentence alone should make Extra Math developers wince, because the damning thing about Extra Math isn't that time math practice is inherently bad. TTS proves it isn't. The damning thing is that Extra Math looked at the same problem every other platform was facing. How do you get children to practice their math facts? And decided the answer was a stopwatch, a threat to email their parents, and absolutely nothing else. And the feedback was relentlessly negative. A single typo counted as a full mistake. Get one wrong and you'd be presented that same question again later until you answer fast enough. An endless loop until you are perfect. Automated drill sergeant, basically. Reviews describe kids crying, raging, or shutting down from the pressure. On one review site, it has 1.4 stars out of 5 from 46 reviews, with 90% of reviewers giving it the lowest rating. One review hit the nail on the head. The reason I hate this program is because it causes you a lot more stress and anxiety. I tried it, it's bad. And if you have this, I feel bad for you. So teachers, please discontinue this program from use. That play, please discontinue this, speaks volumes. Extra Math managed to make children literally beg their teachers to stop using a free maths resource, which is quite sad when you really think about it. Stressful and detrimental, that's the consensus. There's a dark humor that's developed around hating Extra Math, a sort of cathartic bonding for those who survived it. Part 4. Tales of traumatized children. So, what was it actually doing to kids? Well, I went looking for stories, and I found hundreds of them. There's a Change.org petition called Let's Stop Extra Math. Over...
Oh my god. Oh. That's crazy.
763 signatures, and one high school student on there wrote, Extra Math made me cry multiple times due to being too stressful. I have ADHD, and the fast-paced thinking I was forced to do in first grade exceeds what I can now even do as a high schooler. A teenager still can't handle what they were made to do at 6 years old. A parent on Common Sense Media said, I have had my 2 sons use this program for school.
Like a kick in the balls with each math problem. Lord.
Second grade and the other in third grade. Both are intelligent and good at math. With this program, the timer causes such anxiety that they cannot complete simple addition problems. There are tears throughout each and every session of Extra Math. 2 kids, both good at maths, crying every time they used it. A grandparent on Common Sense Media wrote, my grandchildren have to do this for homework every night, and it makes them cut out on the family bonding time we plan to do with them. They miss out on our loving cuddles. Every night, they cry themselves to sleep because of this website. If I could say 0 stars, I would. I don't recommend this website unless you want your children to be traumatized and never the same again. Do not use. Children crying themselves to sleep over maths homework? Something ain't right. One third grader on a review site wrote, once every day we have to do Extra Math, but never have I played such a bad learning game. If you join me, maybe we can take this business down. Another kid simply said, this game tortures me. The word torture comes up a lot, in fact. And the worst one I found. A parent wrote, my third grader come home sobbing after his teacher looked at his data and called him stupid and an idiot after he answered the questions up to 7 seconds after. Speed in math is not everything. A teacher used Extra Math data to call a child stupid. I don't even know what to say to that. Except that the teacher sounds like an actual demon. Another parent wrote, my daughter loved math before having to use this app for school. Now she doesn't even want to do her math homework, which she used to enjoy. I pray the makers of this program do not actually have children. Trust me, random parent reviewer, they don't. For a program
what was that gift?
Do not actually have children. Trust me, random parent reviewer, they don't. For a program supposedly designed to help children, Extra Math seems to have achieved the exact opposite for many, installing a pure hatred for maths. Let me know in the comments if Extra Math caused you trauma. I want to hear your stories. Maybe we can kind of turn it into a therapy session in that comment section below. Part 5. Teachers versus Extra Math. If you're a teacher and half your class is in tears every time you open Extra Math, you're gonna start questioning whether it's worth it. Many educators report that Extra Math's approach is simply not healthy for kids learning. One exasperated teacher wrote, this simply goes way too fast for my students, and I think that Extra Math shouldn't exist. There are stories of teachers who assigned Extra Math only to watch their pupils melt down. And there's a bigger question underneath all of this, whether drilling maths facts under time pressure is even pedagogically sound. Many teachers argue it's not. It prioritizes speed over understanding and can even foster a pure hatred of maths. A child who cries over Extra Math is not going to become the next Newton. More likely, they'll do anything to avoid maths in the future. One Reddit comment from a teacher did mention having a few students who found success with Extra Math's routine, acknowledging some of my students have gained fluency and it's free to use. But even if it works for some, teachers are split. is it worth the emotional cost? Increasingly, the answer seems to be no. A Reddit thread was literally titled, "Should extra math be banned?" Most of the comments said yes. In my own British schooling experience, we certainly had timed multiplication tests on paper, and they were nerve-wracking enough. We had...
Yeah, those were nerve-wracking enough, but 3 seconds to answer, dude. 3 seconds.
GP books. It
Crazy.
made you feel a bit thick if you got things wrong. But at least they had jokes in the margins. We never had an automated head chastising us and ratting us out via email. I suspect that if extra math had been introduced at my school, the teachers would have tossed it out after the first panic attack it almost inevitably induced. Part 6. So, they changed it. After years of kids crying and review sites reading like crime scene reports, Extra Math actually did something about it. Firstly, they got rid of the real Mr. C. In October 2023, Extra Math turned the old live-action Mr. C, the balding teacher in a red shirt, into a friendly 2D cartoon coach. The official blog...
Oh, what did this dude just say?
The balding...
Hey there, it's Mr. C here with Mr. C.
Teacher in a red shirt, into...
I'm still
a friendly 2D cartoon coach.
Oh my god. You can't even spell extra math right.
The official blog says that the new Mr. C is not just a static mascot, but a math coach that encourages each student to progress. But it wasn't just a new coat of paint on Mr. C. They went after the stuff that actually made kids miserable. So, the old smiley faces that turn green or stay grey, depending on how fast you were, gone. They added a little countdown before each activity starts, so you're not just chucked straight into it. And if a kid stops responding,
Wait,
each
what?
activity starts.
You've added a countdown animation before the start of each activity to help prepare students mentally. This brief pause gives students a moment to get ready, reducing anxiety, helping them. Oh my
So you're not just chucked straight into it. And if a kid stops responding mid-session, like they freeze up or panic, it pauses now, instead of just timing them out. That reviewer, who said even paper lets you pause to drink water, would be pleased. In January 2025, they added a 12-second timer option. 12 seconds, that's 4 times longer than the original 3. If you're a kid who needs a moment to think, that's massive. The old 3-second mode is still there for kids who are good at it, but there's actually room to breathe. Extra Math says the changes reduce frustration and build math confidence, and yeah, I'd hope so. A 5th grader summed it up. Extra Math has helped me so much this past year. This program makes it fun and easy to stay on track, which is a long way from it. This game tortures me. Furthermore, Executive Director Roy King wrote something in a blog post that I think is worth hearing. Our original script placed an emphasis on speeds, but we now highlight the importance of progress. It's not an apology, but after years of saying nothing while kids cried at their desks, I'll take it. And you can hear it in the actual clips. Old Mr. C opened with,
I'm going to help you get better and faster at math. You want to be better and faster at math, don't you?
New Mr. C opens with,
I'm Mr. C, your math coach, ready to help you exercise your math brain.
It's like a completely different website. Mind you, the timer still can't actually be turned off. As Extra Math's own FAQ says, the timer can't be turned off because Extra Math uses a timed spaced repetition system to build math fact fluency. So you can hide the timer. You can slow it down to 12 seconds. But every time you give is still being timed in the background, and that's still what drives your progress. The clock's still there, you just can't see it. And then, in June 2025, they added a game mode called Awakening. Finish your daily drill, and you get to play actual maths games with avatar rewards. Teachers can switch it on or off. It's not much, but it's something. There's finally a reason to get beyond the drill, rather than the threat of or else. Parents are saying it works, even with kids who used to refuse. And here's what's interesting. People are actually saying nice things about it now. A 1st grade teacher on TikTok in May 2025 said, if you're looking for a free, low prep way to help you...
Extra math guy getting mad? All videos. Alright, this is actually the last one, I promise.
Welcome to Extra Math. I'm Mr. C. I'm going to help you get better and faster at math. You want to be better and faster at math, don't you? Are you ready to get started?
No.
Press the button to start. Congratulations! You're almost finished with Extra Math for today. I hope you liked it. The last thing you need to do is click the sign out button. That's easy. Come back tomorrow so we can do some more math, okay? Welcome back to Extra Math. It's good to see you again. Remember me? I'm Mr. C. Press the button to get started.
Wait, he's kind of got bars. Remember me? I'm Mr. C.
Hey, that's all for today. Don't forget to click the sign out button. Remember, the more you practice, the better you will become at math. So come back tomorrow, okay? Welcome back to Extra Math. I'm glad you keep coming back. How you did. If you see a green check mark, it means you got that answer right. If you see a red X, it means you got that answer wrong. If you see a blue hourglass, it means time ran out on that question. The best thing to get is a smiley face. Easy problems. Stay focused and do your best, okay? Press the button when you are ready. We are going to have to do 1 or 2 more multiplication quizzes to finish the multiplication placement test. Keep up a good effort and we'll be done soon.
Oh, God!
Press the button when you are ready to start.
I'm getting flashbacks even though I've never used it.
Do you think you are ready for division? I think so.
No!
Let's find out what you know with the placement test.
No!
Press the button to start.
No.
We are going to have to do 1 or 2 more division quizzes to finish the division placement test. But I suspect you knew that already. Are you ready? Let's do it.
He's getting sassy.
It's time for a progress quiz. But first, look at your matrix. Some of the squares are colored. A gray square means we are going to practice that problem. A yellow square means you are pretty good at that problem. A green square means that you are really good at that problem. Oh, and a white square means we'll worry about that problem later.
What?
Our goal is to turn all of the squares green. So let's do the quiz.
Okay, nah, I see why he was traumatized.
Take a look at the results from your quiz and click the button to go on. It's time for another progress quiz, so you can show what you are learning and so we know what problems you need to practice. This is also your chance to change the colored squares on your matrix to yellow and green.
You know what's crazy? He sped up.
Don't worry about mistakes. Just do your best and the colors will take care of themselves. Let's do it. Let's do a progress quiz. So try to remember the answer rather than figuring it out.
What?
With these facts. Do you want to know the secret to answering the questions before I do? Questions come back over and over again. So try to remember the answer rather than figuring it out. Remembering is faster. Try it this time. Press the button to start.
Huh?
You've finished another practice. Did you try recalling the answers this time?
He's crazy.
Did it help you get more smileys? Press the button to go on.
He's crazy.
It's practice time again. I'll give you another. You finished subtraction. I knew you could do it and am thrilled that you did.
This is where, hold on.
That's the whole time. Oops.
In these last
That's not
few
the right
videos,
answer. When this happens,
really
I will show you the right answer. Type in the right answer to move on to the next question. Don't worry about making an occasional mistake.
Okay.
Answers. If you've learned or forgotten since then, you can tell them too. You finished subtraction. I knew you could do it and am thrilled that you did. I'm going to send a note to your teacher and parent to let them know, but you can tell them too. I'm very pleased to tell you that you have finished multiplication. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm going to send a note to your teacher and parent to let them know, but you can tell them too. Guess what? You finished division. That's wonderful. I'm going to send a note to your teacher and parent to let them know, but you can tell them too. Since it's been a long time since you did extra math, we are going to do the placement test over again to see what you may have learned or forgotten since then. When you are taking the quiz, try to remember the answers. If you can't, then figure it out. Don't guess. Type in the answers as quickly as you can, but not so fast that you make mistakes. Don't worry if you make a mistake. Just type in the correct answer and go on. The quiz is short, so try to do your best the whole time. Are you ready to take the quiz?
No.
Press the button to start. Oops.
Okay,
That's
these
not
are
the right
ones.
answer. When this happens, I will show you the right answer. Type in the right answer to move on to the next question. Don't worry about making an occasional mistake. You'll get to practice this problem and show that you know the right answer in the future. Type in the right answer now to move on to the next question. Time has run out for that question. I will show you the right answer and you can type it in to move on to the next question. Don't worry if this happens once in a while.
I think I see how
you will get to practice this problem and show that you know the right answer in the future. Type in the right answer to move on to the next question. Hey, you are typing in a lot of wrong answers.
No,
I know that you know the right answers to these questions. Please don't put in wrong answers on purpose. It won't get you through the quiz any faster, and it will take you much longer to reach your goal of mastering all these facts. You can do this. I know you can.
No.
You just have to try.
No. I'm tired.
I'm sure you'd rather be doing something else right now than taking a math quiz.
I know.
But it is really important for you to learn these math facts. You will use them many times in the rest of your math classes and for the rest of your life. So please, don't type in wrong answers on purpose.
Okay.
If you keep doing it, I will send the note to your teacher or parent letting them know. It appears that you are typing in wrong answers on purpose again. I sent a note in email to your teacher and parent letting...
Yo, did y'all see that? Why was he blinking like that?
You are typing in wrong answers on purpose again. I sent a note in email to your teacher and parent letting them know.
You winked at the camera.
I believe that you can do this, but you are going to have to do your part. I'm waiting for you to type in the right answer so we can move on to the next question. The quiz is short, and you need to keep your attention on it the whole time. Try to answer as many questions as possible before the quiz is over. We're going to do a practice quiz so you can see how this works. I will show you a problem, and you type in the answer as quickly as you can. If you get the answer wrong or can't figure it out, then I will show you the answer.
Okay.
Type in the correct answer to move on to the next question.
Dude, this is like the nice teacher just suddenly no more Mr. Nice Guy type vibe. Right here.
Try to answer as many as possible before the quiz is over. Remember, this is just a practice, so the results won't count for anything, but it works just like the real quizzes. Press the button to start your practice quiz.
I'm okay.
You have finished your practice quiz. What do you think? You can see your results on this matrix over here. Of course, the results don't count because this was just the practice. But now you know how quizzes work in Extra Math. Click the button to go on to the next activity. I'm waiting for you to type in the right answer so we can move on to the next question.
Wait, what? Alright, chat, let's play some games. We'll play Roblox first and then a little bit of Car Mechanic Simulator. Piggies? Why is Leilani playing Piggies?
Your free lucky block arrives very soon.
Why is she on Piggies still? Why does Leilani have 2 million? Wait, I know what game to play. Roll an item. I need dice. Let's see, what can I get? Not bad. Not bad. Oh! Yeah, chat, we gotta play something else. Did they update Sniper Duels? I wonder if they updated Sniper Duels yet. Fart on me. Man, it's not even. Let's play Car Mechanic Sim. I want to play it so badly. Chat, we're gonna make a V8. No, a V12. We're gonna make like the highest power car possible. Wait for it. So I have already played this game before, but chat, this is gonna be fun. I played it for 10 hours. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna make, let's see, we're gonna make the most highest powered car. Oh Lord! Oh Lord! I forgot I can't do it like this when I'm streaming. Chat. Oh, that's good enough for me. Let me turn off motion blur action. That's a lot better. That is so much better. Alright, first place we're going to. Let's go to the car salon. Let's see what we got. What we got? What do we got on there? Oh my goodness, these cars are so sexy. Wait, is Chrysler? 1978? Nah. What's this? Is that a police car? No. Mazda RX-7. I don't know. We're going back to the garage. We're going back to the garage. Let's cook. Let's cook. Chad, I usually have it at like the max settings. Wait, let's try it now. Nope. Alright, let's go to car auctions then. There's gotta be something good, right? Gotta be. Ooh. Is that a Chrysler? Is that a Pagani? We were just looking. What do we got? Why is the starting price almost 100,000? Big. Parking. That's a sexy looking Mercedes-Benz I just saw. We're getting that. We're getting this car right here. What is it, a V12 in here too? Let's just go back to the garage. Back to the garage we go. Back to the garage we go, chat. And then we're gonna go to the junkyard. And then the barns. To search for some cars. Junkyard. Give me something good. There's one car. Sorry, is that just the engine block and nothing else? What was this? The C5 fabric is out. Oh my god. Give me that. Anything else? Is that a whole Ford? Is that a Ford F-350? It's exactly what I thought it was. Find the cars that stand out, because a lot of these are just like NPC. This one is a real one. This one's also a real one. Is that a V12? It's a V10. 605. Give me that. I don't see anything else. Oh! Please don't let that be a dog. Oh, of course it's a Mazda RX. And there's this last one right here. Yeah, let's just go back to the garage at that point. Yes, I want to leave the down parts. Chat, this is legitimately gonna be amazing. Yeah. All right. Wait, let me go to the front of my garage, because how many cars do I got up here? Hey, I got this guy. Which, why did I do that? Parking. Parking. Get this ugly Tesla out of my face now. Ooh, that's so cool! Get in there. Alright. Let's move that to the garage. You'll go on the second car lift. I need that other one. That's literally just a Mini Cooper. What is this? There ain't no engine block in this thing. Chat, there ain't no engine block in this thing, bro. Alright, let me get one more. I'm about to take it. Alright. This Pagani right here. Base power is 721 horsepower already. Let's get you on the lift now, shall we? Give me that. You know what? I'm taking that whole thing off. Chad, the V12 is like... Sorry, are those drag racing tires? Lord. This thing got drag racing tires. Alright. Oh yeah, let me take out the... I gotta take off, the gearbox first. I'm pretty sure a plane just crashed into my house. Nah, I think it did. How is it accessible from under the lift? Or on the lift? Is this a V8 starter? Alright. Now I should be able to take out that engine. Right? Somebody farted on me. You know what? I'm too lazy to even... Nah, I'll do it. Yummy. Alright, now can I do it? Oh, wait. Man, I don't know. Alright, give me that. Alright, look. Engine's completely out now. V12. Woo! We're about to buff this thing out completely. Alright, take that off. Take these off. Take that off. I like to do this satisfying thing where I just loosen every screw. And then do this. Oh! Lordy. Yeah, basically, I'm taking everything off so we can rebuild it with better parts. Trust me, this is gonna be good. Trust me. My goodness. Give me that. Alright. I want to eat all these screws. What? this off. Take off this. Or take this off. Take that off. Oh, this is the really satisfying part right here. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. Timing chain. Give me that. Take this off. Take off that alternator for me. Thank you. Oh, oh dear God. See how, like... That's so orgasmic, bro. Hey, so what the hell is this? I gotta take all these off. Lord! I'm gonna hate this. Gotta take off all these camshaft caps. Don't even get me started on the pistons. Don't even get me started! Don't even get me started on it. Wait, what? What? Oh! V12s are so dumb, but I hate having to assemble a V12, but it is what it is. Look at all them spark plugs, bro. 12 of them things. 12 of those things on each side. Right? Like 2, 4, 6, 8, 7. Yeah, 12. This thing has 24 spark plugs. Thank you. Alright, now to do this again. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. I want to get naked. This is the game that I've been playing for like 3 days straight. No, we're not going on a park mode yet. Wait, I should probably take this off first. Yeah, I better take that off. Yeah! Chad, I only have to do this twice, so we're good. I'm about to start twerking. I'm about to start throwing it. All parts gotta be new, by the way. None of them can be below 100% on this build. That reminds me. I'm gonna charge that battery. Somebody fart on me. Oh, you will? Okay. Ah.
sound of my boner hitting the table.
Okay, see, no. Do this. Amazing. 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 Alright, now we can go to part assembly. Which now we gotta go here. No. Alright, engine block. Here we go. Turn you back over. We gotta go tuning shop. Let's just bolt this in place already. You know what I mean? Chat. Just wait. The performance bonus is gonna look so cool. Yep, it's black. Black like me. Oh! Every single thing possible is going to have performance parts. Screw it. That guy there. We won't have to do the this. I'm not building a V8 or V10 again. V12. Well, I won't have to build a V12 again. Hopefully. I'm sorry. Give me like 50 of these. Here we go. Chad, if I was a worm, would you still watch me? What? Hard part's almost done though. Chat, the hard part is almost done. Don't worry. Look, now the hard part's done. You gotta be kidding. Gonna need an oil filter. Give me some of that. Wait a second. Oh, okay. Look at that. That looks so cool. Look at how shiny it is, man. I need more clutch release bearings? You gotta be kidding. I need more? Look how shiny it is, dude. Let's go over here. Now, before I even put this on, hold on, give me a sec. Nope. I gotta upgrade these. Alright, we're good. .1% is so good. You don't understand, man. Oh, it looks like I'm in the campsite. Gonna upgrade these now? Oh my god. Let it crust all over me. Wait, oh! Yeah, Please tell me I have spark plugs. I don't think I have enough spark plugs for even one side. I do. But do I have enough for both sides? No, I do not. We're good. Don't repair it. There's no... Man! Golly, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, I almost forgot to upgrade this. Venus. What? Is that a vape? Let's go. Let's go! I'm out of idler rollers. Are you kidding? How does one run out of... How? Gotta upgrade, gotta upgrade, gotta upgrade, gotta... Oh. Okay, so far so good. Oh, I need a new water code for sure. Please tell me they have one. Oh! Why don't they have it? Man. Let's go. I'm on my last good belt tensioner. That's crazy. Got this last thing. I think this is the last part. Oh, no, it's not. Let's upgrade these. Peak. Wait. I just realized I can't put that on yet because it covers the oil fill plug. It's so dumb. It is so dumb. Alright, other than that, we are done with the engine. Give me that. Chad, we're almost done. Don't worry, we're almost done. We're almost done. Now we just replace this. Simple as that. Simple and certain. We're going with Jeep Wrangler tires for some reason. Yo, do not ask why. Please. Let's see here. Actually, you know what? You know what's better? I'm gonna drain all these fluids so we can fill them up with fresh stuff. More fresh, more better. Give me that. Why is it filled all the way up? Okay. Let's get a new ABS module in, because it's better than nothing, you know what I mean? Where is everything else at? Oh. Let's just go into a whole new fuse box and everything. Where is that ECU, man? Where is it? Oh, there it is. New brakes. New brakes, chat. Hold on. Battery should be all charged up, then, right? Oh man. Just gonna prepare to get everything ready for this. Let's just fill up. Stage 3.
Oh yeah, that's some big, bad, scary stuff, man.
Let's just fill this up then. Please don't tell me I have to. Oh, okay, we're good. Alright. Now I gotta fill it up. I gotta fill it up with oil first. It's so dumb, but it's actually like stupid. Alright. Bro. Did I upgrade this already? Nope. Of course I didn't. That makes no sense. She's almost done, chat. She's almost done. Oh boy. Everything should be added, right? Oh wait, the fluid. The coolant. Power steering, can't forget about that. Alright, we should be good. Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta add these. I think she's done. Let's take it to the dyno, chat. Let's take it to the dyno. No, not car wash. Oh, there's no starter in it. I knew I forgot something. Now let's take it to the dyno. Let's go. See how much I gained. I gained 804 horsepower. 804 horsepower from doing that. We gotta test drive it. Take me to the speed track, man. Chat, y'all ready? That's so sexy. 413. 256 miles an hour. Lordy. Miles an hour. These guys are some sick rigs. Chad, that is a W car. W car. Great stream, Chad. Hey, I love y'all, man. Chad, hey. Appreciate y'all for kicking it. Oh, Lord. My stream just crashed. Nah, I'm good. Appreciate y'all for just chilling. Again, after like 3 weeks of me just sitting here doing nothing. Oh dear Lord. I think my PC just crashed. Hey chat. Either way, great stream, bro. I love y'all, man. You know what I mean? Chat. Great stream, bro. Appreciate y'all for just chilling with me again. After like 3 weeks of doing nothing, I needed to take a break. I ain't gonna hold you. Chat. Did it crashed. But hey, appreciate y'all for just chilling. I might take another like month-long break. Maybe not. I don't know. I've been working on my car for a long time. Hey chat, don't forget to stay happy, healthy, and hydrated, and of course, remember that I live on there, right? I will see y'all soon. Yeah? Don't forget I love you, man, right? Peace out, chat. Love y'all, bro.